Good evening. This is the Vsb TV 11 News for Thursday, August 7th. I'm Peter Cattell. Our top story: Bermuda's inshore waters have been given a clean bill of health by the Caribbean Public Health Agency, and our methods of water testing have been fully endorsed. The good news came today as Premier Michael Dunkley asked Dr. Letha Indar, who is based with CPHA in Trinidad and Tobago, to reveal her findings.
To verify these results being produced by the Department of Health, CARPA conducted the following measures. We conducted an assessment and a verification of Bermuda's Department of Health sampling and analytical methods to verify their compliance with standard methods. We conducted an independent collection and testing of Bermuda's beach water samples using the same sample locations routinely tested by Bermuda, but using CARPA's equipment, sampling materials, and methods. We also conducted a historical review and analysis of the seawater quality data being produced by the Bermuda Department of Health, as well as the quality checks that were performed. In summary, our findings indicate that their sampling and their testing methods were in compliance with standard methods used for examination of marine water. The sampling plan that's been employed for beaches was adequate to the needs of the department, to determine the risk to human health in accordance with the Environmental Protection Agency or EPA guidelines. The laboratory results of the testing that CARPA conducted as well as the central government laboratory tested were similar, and they show excellent agreement both in terms of inter-analysis comparisons on selected samples and on overall results for all samples. Our historical review of the geometric means of the sample sites, as well as the maximum enterococci counts observed for 2014, showed a general trend analysis that indicated your recreational water was safe or fit for recreational use, again based on US EPA guidelines.
There was good news and bad news in today's crime statistics released by the Bermuda Police. First, the good news delivered at a press conference by Commissioner of Police Michael De Silva.
The second quarter of 2014 is actually the lowest on record at 750 offenses across all categories. Total crime fell below 800 for the first time since modern crime recording systems were established in 2000.
And revealing what he described as very positive trends, the Commissioner had the bad news.
Fortunately, a significant increase in motor vehicle theft spoils the overall downward crime trend. It rose from 307 thefts in 2013 to 429 in 2014, and that's an increase of almost 40%. When we compare the first 6 months of 2014 against the same period last year, 137 fewer crimes were reported. That's 1,649 against 1,786, and that calculates to a reduction of about 7.5%. Notable reductions are included throughout the crime report, including firearms incidents that fell from 12 to 5. Shooting fatalities dropped from 2 to 1. And shooting injuries dropped from 4 in 2013 to 2 in 2014. 92 fewer serious and other assaults were recorded for a 32% reduction overall on assaults. To date, Bermuda has recorded 9 fatalities. My deepest sympathies are extended to all families and friends that are affected by road deaths, including those of the latest victim, Mr. Melvin Smith, who died this week under the most tragic circumstances. That means Bermuda has already reached about the same number of total fatal collisions that were recorded in each of the last 3 years, but we still have 5 months left to go in 2014.
The return of transportation chaos to the Royal Naval Dockyard and its cruise ship terminal has left Shadow Transport Minister Lawrence Scott with memories of new OBA Transport Minister Sean Crockwell assuring Parliament that he would fix the mess left by the former PLP government.
What is ironic is that let's fast forward a year. year and a half. And where are we? In the same situation that the minister said that he was going to get us out of, and that we would never see again. We were never going to see long lines waiting for transportation. Now, what the minister did is that he seemingly took the taxi industry and the minibuses out of the picture and said, we're going to do this all under government. We're going to have the PTB buses go there. So he put the government in competition with the private sector, or with the taxi industry. So now what's happened is that he doesn't have enough transportation infrastructure to move the people, and he's alienated himself from I'll say the lifeline and the lifeblood of our transportation industry and our transportation infrastructure, which is the taxi and minibus service. Now it is now reaching my ears, and I would like to have the minister confirm or deny whether or not the cruise ships have been instructed, with his knowledge, with the knowledge of somebody in his ministry, to be selling or promoting the public transportation system while downgrading and suggesting that the taxi industry and the minibus industry and operators are less than reputable. I would like to get a confirmation or a denial on that.
The Ministry of Home Affairs has conceded that it jumped the gun by claiming victory in the Supreme Court appeal involving Best and the Tuckers Point Club's SDO. In fact, Best's chairman, Stuart Hayward, has been claiming overnight that Chief Justice Ian Cawley has quashed the minister's decision against Best, made in March 2014, and ordered a fresh review of that decision, preferably by a qualified person. Vsb News' Chris Lodge has the details.
Best chairman Stuart Hayward last night welcomed the judgment. He said it's a decision they're happy with because it supports the contention that the minister was incorrect in upholding the DAB's decision. The 2011 Tuckers Point SDO granted Castle Harbour Limited in-principle planning approval for an expansion of the Tuckers Point Resort. The expansion was said to include multiple residential units which would be sold to secure the struggling resort's coffers. But the plans came under fire from such groups as Best, who objected to developing the historically and ecologically important land. Best objected on grounds that no development should be approved without an environmental impact assessment. The minister dismissed the appeal, but subsequently conceded that his decision was liable to be set aside on the grounds of natural justice. In his written judgment, Chief Justice Ian Cawley wrote that there is a discretionary requirement for conducting an environmental assessment before granting planning approval, but in the case of projects likely to have a significant environmental impact, the assessment technique should be used as a general rule. The Chief Justice stating that Best's appeals against the DAB decisions should now be remitted to the Minister for rehearing, ideally by a person appointed by him under the provisions of the Act. I'm Chris Lodge, Vsb News.
Tourism and Transport Minister Sean Cockwell said today that he had found it very alarming that an island this small could experience 24 road collisions over a 4-day holiday. Agreeing with recent pronouncements by CADA and Dr. Joseph Francione, the minister said the government was exploring all options to address the major issue of impaired driving, as well as the other road safety issues: speeding, driving dangerously without care, caution or consideration for others, and disregard for the rules of the road. He revealed that his ministry recently completed exhaustive research on random sobriety testing, and in the near future the Cabinet would be discussing the options emanating from this research with a view to amending existing legislation in the fall. Here are a couple of programming notes of interest to viewers on VSB Television Channel 11. First of all, don't forget we are screening a 2-hour program on the highlights of the 2014 Cup match this evening at 8 p.m. and there will therefore not be an 8:30 television news. But there is some good news. After an extensive period of equipment maintenance, it is now possible for Defense Broadcasting to reintroduce the 7 p.m. television news on Channel 11 starting next Monday. We thank you for your patience and support over the past months, and are happy to be able to keep our promise to get back to the popular 7 p.m. time slot as soon as it was possible. Still ahead on the TV11 News is Rachel with the weather preview.
Thanks, Peter. Conditions continue to slowly improve into the evening. On the radar, we still have a lot of shower activity, and we might even get some thunder, so please stay tuned for the full weather report later.
The weather radar picture provided courtesy of the Ministry of Transport on Vsb Tv 11.
You can count on us.
Great for grilling, Purdue Fresh Chicken Leg Quarters, only $1.59 per pound. For a juicy snack, extra large Southern Peaches, just $2.49 a pound. Joy Lemon Dishwashing Liquid, only $3.69 for a 30-ounce bottle. Aunt Millie's Homestyle Whole Wheat, Country Buttermilk, and Cracked Wheat Bread, just $4.49 for a 24-ounce loaf. Select varieties of Dole juices, only $5.49 for a 59-ounce carton. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more weekly specials.
You can count on us.
Bermuda is an easy way to find great discounts while discovering fun activities to do in Bermuda.
Discover the best spas, restaurants, activities, services, and shops at 50% off.
Sign up to Bermuda and start saving today.
The apparent lack of consultation between the new developers of the Grand Atlantic project in Warwick and the residents living in the area has concerned area MP Lawrence Scott, but he is even more dismayed at the continued denial of the use of the Tribe Road in the area of the proposed Bermudiana Beach Resort.
Another issue that is concerning to residents is that the unlawful action by this government to continue to keep the Tribe Road closed to the public. And now they say that they're keeping the Tribe Road closed due to keeping the public safe. Now that contradicts exactly what Bess said, that their safety concerns were alleviated. The minister said that all safety concerns were alleviated. If there are no safety concerns, why is the Tribe Road still closed to pedestrian traffic, which goes against the Public Lands Act?
And the importance of the Tribe Road is it links to the sea.
It links to the sea, and it is in the way that the legislation is put, it is a person, a Bermudian's unalienable right to have access to the sea, from sea to sea, via the Tribe Road. And that goes throughout the whole country, not just Constituency 24.
Also, I think some of the sudden change of heart about how dangerous that cliffside is, suddenly it's not a problem anymore.
And I find that before the election, every Grand Atlantic was called everything but its Christian name. Now, under this new administration, nothing has changed. No physical changes have been made, no legislative changes have been made, but now it's a wonderful place to be. It wasn't safe before, but now it's safe now. The constituents and the residents are now confused, which is why we go full circle back to why I am strongly suggesting that the government, the minister, the Dunkley administration keep their promise on this one. They may not have kept their promise on other things, but keep their promise on this one and consult the people of Constituency 24, Warwick Southeast, and let them know what's going on and listen to what they have to say. They have very good ideas.
The former head of the Jamaican Coast Guard has taken the helm at Bermuda Marine and Ports. Lieutenant Commander Richard Russell is the new Director of Marine and Ports within the Ministry of Tourism, Development and Transport, having commenced his duties on Monday the 28th of July. Lieutenant Commander Russell will work under the policy direction of the Permanent Secretary, Francis Richardson, and as Director of Marine and Ports, he will be responsible for the overall management and operation of the department. Lieutenant Commander Russell previously worked at the Jamaican Maritime Authority and is a trained maritime security officer. Now, here's a look at the daily markets, presented by Bias.
Daily markets presented by Bias. Stocks ended lower today with concerns over a sanctions face-off between Russia and the West erasing morning gains on upbeat economic data. North American indices dropped as demand for haven assets climbed amid concern that tension among Western nations and Russia over Ukraine will hurt the global economic recovery. Bank of Butterfield declined 0.5% to $1.99, with 168,000 shares trading hands. 600 shares of Ascendant were traded today. The stock was unchanged on the day at $6.15. Argus climbed 7.24% to $4, with 53,000 shares trading hands. European indices retreated. The FTSE 100 dropped 0.58% to 6,597 amid concern over the Ukraine crisis and disappointing corporate earnings. The German DAX declined 1% to 9,039. Pacific Rim indices were mixed today. The Hang Seng Index declined 0.8% to 24,388 as gaming shares and Tencent Holdings Limited slumped. Most Latin American indices declined today. Argentina's Merval climbed 1.09% to 8,221 amid speculation the country will weather the fallout from its second default in 13 years. U.S. Treasuries rallied, pushing the 10-year note yields to a 2-month low, as demand for safety swelled amid the crisis in Ukraine and evidence the economic recovery is faltering from Germany to Australia. The U.S. 10-year yield dropped 6 basis points to 2.41%. The U.S. dollar strengthened versus most of its peers. The euro declined to an almost 9-month low against the U.S. dollar after the European Central Bank's president signaled monetary policy will diverge from the U.S. for an extended period of time. That was a look at the daily markets presented by Bias. There's more news after the break.
For a healthy snack, extra large white seedless grapes, only $3.99 per pound. XL fresh country style pork spare ribs, just $4.29 per pound. Scott white toilet tissue, only $1.29 for a single roll. Counting Bill's white or wheat split top bread, just $3.99 for a 20-ounce loaf. Start your day with Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal, only $5.49 for a 15-ounce box. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m., Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
Are you frustrated and confused by complex online banking systems? The quickest, easiest way to pay bills is with EasyPay.
Very simple to use.
Everything's all on one page. Like you don't have to click on this and go over there and then click on something else and go over there.
We use it for everything. We do our payroll, our local vendors.
I wouldn't change it in any way.
And the cost is minimal.
And the fees are extremely reasonable.
I highly recommend EasyPay.
Bill payment doesn't get any easier than EasyPay. Email Dal at easypay.bm.
Are you paying more than one provider? More than you should? Why? Prepare to be wowed! Voice, long distance, high-speed internet, TV, and HD TV. One package, one stop, one customer care level. Excellent! One bill! Enjoy local and long-distance minutes, TV and HD TV, your choice of internet speed, and so much more. From only $184.99 monthly for everything.
For more information, visit wow.bm or call 292-1969.
Copyfax is Samsung's authorized dealer service center in Bermuda. If you're looking for a tablet, Copyfax have a range of Samsung's Tab 3, 5 and 7. They have Samsung's ATIV Book, which has a 15.6-inch screen. And the ATIV One computer has a 24-inch touch screen. Be sure you're buying from an authorized Samsung dealer. In Bermuda, it's Copyfax Limited, 96 North Shore Road. They service what they sell.
The Department of Conservation Services is hoping that the release this weekend of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie will not spark another burst of interest in acquiring turtles as pets and subsequently releasing them into the wild. The red-eared slider is a particular problem, as there are thousands already living in fresh water ponds across Bermuda, and one day a diseased pet is going to be released into our environment and contaminate our very fragile population of native diamondback terrapins. It is not yet illegal to sell or be in possession of red-eared sliders in Bermuda, but it is illegal to abandon them into the wild. Wildlife ecologist Mark Outerbridge suggests that the public drop off unwanted sliders at the aquarium for the sake of the environment. Two young Bermudian debaters chosen from the Youth Parliament in Bermuda impressed those attending the Regional Commonwealth Parliamentary Association and the 10th Annual Youth Debate in Barbados last weekend. And one, Ariana Keynes, came away with the top award of Best Debater. Government Whip Cole Simons, Shadow Minister of Seniors Derek Burgess, and Clerk to the Legislature Shernette Wolfe were also part of the delegation that travelled to the CPA meeting, and they were full of praise for the way Ariana and her colleague Dejani Hill-Edwards represented Bermuda. The topic for the debate was youth unemployment, and both girls were chosen to debate on the opposition side to great effect. The Sports Report is next, after the break.
Do you know your rights as a consumer? Visit the Consumer Affairs website to find out how to hire a contractor, how to buy and maintain your vehicle, information on buying second-hand goods, tips for seniors and teens, personal finance tips, product recall information, to file a complaint with Consumer Affairs. For the latest consumer news and much more, visit ca.gov.bm.
Hi, I'm Peter Gibetic, host of Season to Taste. Tune in on Tuesday night during the Vsb Tv 11 News. I'll be here with Chef Ian Carruthers from Bermudaful Catering. He's going to prepare this beautiful dish of roasted beets with goat cheese and arugula salad, and find out from Simon what the Gosling's Wine of the Week is.
Tuesday during the Vsb Tv 11 News.
Now, here's Earl Basin with the Sports Report.
Bermuda's under-15 girls national team began taking part in the inaugural CONCACAF Under-15 Girls Championships in Cayman Island last evening. Bermuda took on Honduras at the Truman Bowden Sports Complex, going down 1-0. The lone goal of the game came in the 21st minute when Andrea Lopez found the back of the net. The Bermuda women's national hockey team continued their preparations for the CAC Games in Mexico later this year when they took on the visiting University of Rochester at the National Sports Center. University of Rochester took the lead in the 24th minute when Michelle Raylan scored a field goal. 2 minutes later, Gina Cunningham doubled the lead for the visitors as they came away with a 2-0 victory. Lisa Blackburn has picked up 4 medals while competing at the FINA World Master Swimming Championships going on in Montreal, Canada. Blackburn stood on top of the podium after winning the 400-meter individual medley and the 200-meter individual medley. She claimed the silver medal in the 100-meter breaststroke and the bronze in the 50-meter breaststroke. Daniel Augustus and Kamiko Smith continue taking part in the 83rd Rhode Island Open Golf Championships. Augustus ended the day tied 15th with a second round 1-under par 69. Smith shot a second round 1-under par 69, but missed the cut. The 2014 Wednesday night sailing series continued with 19 boats going to the start line for race day 13, which gets underway inside the Hamilton Harbor. Nasty Medicine was the first boat to cross the line with a time of 59.42. The correct time of 105.08 saw them finish 17th on the night. Next across the line was Mayhem, clocking a time of 59.46, and with their corrected time of 56.02 saw them finish 3rd on the night. Thrash clocked a corrected time of 52.07, saw them finish 1st on the night, and with a corrected time of 56.01 saw Smokin' finish 2nd on the night, while Elusive finished 4th on the night with a corrected time of 57.09. The Crystal Family Cup Invitational Tennis Challenge got underway with 8 matches taking place at the Elbow Beach tennis courts last evening. In ladies singles action, Tara Lambert defeated Kayla Harvey 6-love, 6-love, while Jacqueline Lambert defeated Kayla Ming in 3 sets, 3-6, 6-3, 10-7. Taylor McGard got the better of Kirsten Soltis 6-3, 6-4, and Tyler Smith defeated Imani Phillips 6-love, 6-love. Jack Keys defeated Neil Tolston in a 3-set battle in men's singles action, 3-6, 6-4, 10-6, while Alex Cooper defeated Luke Sterling 7-6, 6-2. Gavin Manders got by Chris Weeks 6-1, 6-1, and David Thomas defeated Romar Douglas 6-1, 6-3. I'm Earl Baisden reporting for VSB Sports.
People and Places with Charles Webb. Mondays in the VSB TV 11 Evening News at 7:30, 8:30 and midnight. Sponsored by Big Saving Zone at the end of Stocks Road, St. David's.
Outlast any storm with the most advanced alkaline battery. This weather segment is brought to you by Duracell Quantum.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's VSB weather forecast. Our weather shot is brought to us by Tristan Martin, taken at 11:11 this morning at Newstead in Paget. As you see, tank rain was on the menu for today. You can barely see across the harbor, and usually you can see all the way out to the west and Dockyard. A lot of tank rain, one of the many showers that came through with the frontal boundary. Hopefully everyone's tank is full and happy, and it can get back to the sunny weather. Thank you, Tristan, for sending in this shot. Temperatures for today, with a high of 82 at 9 in the morning and a low of 76 at 3 in the afternoon. Currently it's 77 degrees, humidity 80%, wind southwest 8 to 12 knots, and barometric pressure is unsteady at 30.02 inches. Rainfall in next month of August, 1.48, for a yearly total of 32.16. Yearly norm for this time, 32.79 inches. And taking a look at the satellite. A few showers with the chance of thunder will continue into early this evening as the frontal boundary continues to move to our east. Conditions will begin to settle later tonight into Friday. A trough will approach the area Friday night into Saturday morning, bringing a few passing showers through the weekend. And taking a look at the gateway cities, Atlanta mostly cloudy and 90, Boston mostly sunny 81, Charlotte possible thunderstorms 85, London light rain 73, Miami possible thunderstorms and 90, New York 81 mostly sunny, Orlando 94 and thunderstorms, Philadelphia 85 and mostly sunny, Toronto sunny and 75, and Washington partly cloudy and 86 degrees. Back at home tonight, mostly cloudy with a few showers and a chance of early evening thunder, the low near 76, wind southwest 10 to 15 knots, and then veering west-northwest 8 to 12 knots. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy with 1 or 2 showers and a high near 84. Winds west-northwest 8 to 12 knots, and then decreasing to 5 to 10 knots by the evening and veering northwest overnight. Marine tonight, we've got a thunder advisory with seas inside the reef 0 to 1 foot, seas outside the reef 3 to 6 feet, and the sea surface temperature is 84 degrees. Marine tomorrow, no warnings, seas inside the reef 0 to 1 foot, seas outside the reef 3 to 5 feet. High tide will be at 6:49 in the morning and low tide will be at 12:58 in the afternoon. And taking a look at the 5-day forecast. Saturday, mix of sun and cloud with a passing shower, high near 84. Sunday, sunny breaks, high near 83. Monday, mostly cloudy with a few showers, high near 84. And Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a few showers and a high near 84. Thank you to Fred Briley, our meteorologist for tonight, and everyone at the Bermuda Weather Service. I'm Rachel Sodden. Have a great evening.
Outlast any storm with the most advanced alkaline battery. Today's weather forecast was brought to you by Duracell Quantum.
Thanks for watching the TV 11 News. Good night.
Peter Cattell's attire courtesy of A.S. Cooper & Sons Limited. Wardrobe and makeup for Rachel Sodden, provided by Gibbons Company.
Vsb TV 11, Bermuda.